So I just wanted to do like a short video just going over my Scuf controllers after literally a couple years worth of usage. Let's start with my Xbox. This one is the Prestige. They actually do not make this model anymore, and this is actually my favorite of the Xbox ones. Joysticks still look pretty healthy. No drift, thankfully. That one works fine over there too. Buttons are pretty responsive. The only issue is, and this is probably just caused by me, on the side, because these faceplates, they come off. It's just like a little like loose on the side. I think it's just because I think I just dropped it. But on this side, it's like completely fine. Paddles, click, perfectly good, no issues there. I primarily play a lot of Destiny, so that's really the games these get a lot of usage out of. But I've had this one, I want to say, I think probably 4, I want to say. I got this during the pandemic, and of course I used it like crazy, but yeah, so far, if I were to give it like a letter grade, I would say like B plus for sure. I love this thing. Love it, love it, love it. I also have an Elite controller too, but I don't play with that one as much anymore because the rubber part on the bottom is starting to wear. So it's more like I'll just keep it put away. Next is this one right here. I forgot the name of it, but this is the one that gets the most playtime. I got my little control freaks on it because I just have like the default thumbsticks. This one is pushing about 3 years old. No drift. Everything's pretty good for the most part. Buttons fine. Everything's good. Same thing. A lot of Destiny play. The only issue with this controller, and I don't know why, is if, for example, I go to type a text message, this right here will just do something where like it'll just always think like the touchpad. It's so weird. Like it'll bring like the cursor and it'll just be wedged in the corner like it's frozen. And I never figured out how to fix it. And once again, I'm not even sure if it's a Scuf thing, but it usually resolves itself if I connect to another controller and then connect back to this one. It'll just start working again. So, it's hard to say if it's like a Scuf thing or just, computer like technology being technology. But if I were to rate this one off of how long I've used it for, B plus again. In terms of wear, I think, oh yeah, there it is. Right here on the bottom, this is starting to come out just a little bit, but it doesn't really bother me because once again, like I use these things. Like I take pretty good care of my stuff. Like once again, I'm pretty sure I dropped this once or twice, but nothing slammed or anything like that. That's why everything else, this side, perfectly fine. All good, nothing freezes, all that good stuff. So, yeah, I love my Scufs. I know a lot of people are like really hesitant on them. I have no problem recommending them. Like it's definitely for people who go hard in the shooters. Like these aren't meant for single player adventures and stuff like that. Could you use them for those? Absolutely, because the paddles, they help with that. But, they were advertised for shooters, and that's what they're made for. Like, I love them for that sole purpose. So, like I said, after a few years, for how they are now, like, no complaints. I for sure got my money's worth out of these things. If something were to happen, would I get another one? Probably, just because I'm so used to how they work. And I wanted one since I was like, a kid. So, yeah, because I was really big into Call of Duty and what were all the pros using? They're using Scuf. So it was really cool to get my hands on my first one. I actually still have my first Scuf controller. It's in storage. Of course I can't use it anymore. It's more just like a, kind of like, oh yeah. But honestly, I started off with like, the paddles, because before I got my PlayStation. I had like an Xbox controller, and they sell like they sell the paddles that you can just attach. I started off with those first, and then I eventually got my first Scuf controller, and I've been with them ever since. So, yeah, hope you guys like the video. Just, I really just wanted to kind of show off like how they are after a couple years and issues I may have had and things like that. But overall, I'm pretty lucky. I don't think I've ever had to send a Scuf back. I actually have two of these now that I think about it, but the other one, once again, nothing wrong with it. I just keep it as a backup. And like I said, aside from this one, it's just my Elite controller is like a backup too. But yeah, if you like the video, like is appreciated and all that good stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to like comment at the bottom. I'm pretty responsive with that kind of thing. And peace.